Dan Abercrombie, the Koalition. Thank you both so much for speaking to me. Well, I want to start with Shane. Vic, I wanted to know the psychological state that he finds himself in when he discovers that he kind of failed to kill Claudia.
Yeah, I mean that was a big, obviously a huge blow to his plan. It's a such a complicated situation, with that. I mean, their family, the Flynns are a pretty messed up family, right? Like they've got some real issues to work through. But no, yeah, I mean, psychologically, I think Vic's at the end of his rope at that moment and continues to be time and time again. But he keeps finding a little more rope. So I don't know. We'll see how much is left for him. But yeah, definitely a tough spot. And going forward, we'll see if he can make plays to get himself out alive.
Okay? And then for Miriam, do you feel that Stacy can find a common ground between marriage and career?
No. You know, Dana, I think that as Stacy is trying to grow within her career and in her field, some things just get left by the wayside, a little bit. And I believe that she loves Bobby. And unfortunately, in order for her to move forward, she kind of has to pause on the relationship. There are things that he wants, he desires, and there are things that she wants and she desires. And so I think their core values are not in the same place. And, when you're in a relationship, those things have to align or there's going to be some trouble. And so I think that, she gets to a point where she realizes, you know what, this other thing is more of a priority for me. This is taking precedent. And so she gives her all to that thing. And we'll see what happens when she does. But it's definitely a struggle and she's trying to balance, but topsy-turvy.
I understand. So then I was wondering with the Vic character, he is beholden to both a lot of people and nothing to himself. What I wanted to know is what would be his desire for season 4 if he was given that freedom to think on his own?
Mm.
Wow, that is a great question. His desire for season 4, if he was given the opportunity, I think at this point, I think he's done. I think he's done with the game. I think he really just wants to have a happy life, like a normal life. I mean, he's got it in him to do what it takes, but I don't think he wants it enough. You can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out in this game. Especially this game of power. So. I think he wants to sail off into the sunset, but as Miriam has said, even the sunset's not safe. So we'll see how it goes.
Wait a minute, there's no season 4?
Yeah, 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 exactly. Exactly. I'm
Somebody
like,
told Stacy. No.
yeah, caller.
The question then for Miriam would be, is she acting out of desperation because of that career ambition to solve this case and get away with it? Or is it something more?
I think initially she's not, but I think it turns into that. And so that's when it gets really precarious. It gets really tricky in those times because it's the stakes get higher and higher and higher. And it's like, okay, Stace, what are you willing to do? What are you willing to do? And so, dealing with her own just sort of dignity, like she's trying to figure out how can she still maintain who she is, but still climb this ladder? What is the most effective, honest way to do that? And I like to say for myself, I like to keep things hot, HOT, honest, open, and truthful. And I think Stacy is in a position where things are not always, so honest, maybe not so open, maybe not so truthful. And so there's that line that she's walking. It's a thin line. And, we'll see if she's able to, steer the course, but yeah, I think it turns into her acting out of desperation because she's also trying to survive.
I love that hat. I'm going to steal that hat if you don't mind. But, thank you,
Thank
thank you both so much for speaking to me. Thank you for the
you.
show. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.